are live. I'm sure we're live.
Oh, I see some people in the chat.
Yep, some people in the chat.
See Mary Dale first on the list. Hi, Mary.
Mary and Edward are here. Well, there's two Edwards
here. There's two Edwards here.
An Edward in the chat, and there's an Edward in the Eddie cam. Down about my foot. I'll move my foot so you can just see the dog. Here. There, that's better.
There you go. There he is.
So, hello, everybody.
Hello.
It must be a nice day out everywhere because it seems like we're starting the show early, but I think that just means the day went fast.
What do you see?
Oh, there goes my bread.
There goes Conkys' bread.
Okay, so the bread's down here. Let me adjust it because it fell over and knocked down something.
We don't need that.
Yeah, we'll just put it right there. Okay, well, tell me how many people are here. It says 0 viewers.
0 viewers.
Well, I know that's not right, but could we maybe have one?
Well, they're there.
Well, I mean, the chat's moving. It
just
okay, it's up to 48 now.
Oh, that's good. I don't feel so alone.
Yeah. Don't feel like we're doing this for nothing.
Happy Saturday night, everybody. I hope everybody had a great week.
Did we?
It was busy.
I'm trying to think what the hell we did.
Well, it started with Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday was the pig roast at Mary Dan's.
Oh, the pig roast.
The pig roast.
The roasting of the pig.
Right, and our daughter Donna went with us, and Jeremy and Kaylin were there, and cousin Barbara was there for a few moments.
Yeah, the wild one that
from the.
Well, she was there the whole time. She sat with us for a few minutes.
Yeah, but she had to get going because she had to get up and go to work 4 in the morning or something.
Yeah.
So that was kind of crazy.
It was funny. She looked. I think Jeremy mentioned this on one of his. She looked at Kaylin and said, "Oh, you're just so beautiful." Looked over at Jeremy and says, "You're funny."
You're funny.
Like funny looking? What? What are you talking about here?
Oh, but when we were down there for 4th of July, she was a riot.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, I felt bad for Jeremy. He was trying to go live, and she just kept. Well, he was on a members only live, so I don't know how that works.
Oh my God, she was on that night. But we did, unfortunately, I guess she had to go to work real early the next morning, so she didn't get to stay too long.
Troy says, saw you guys today. Seems like you had fun at that. Oh, yeah.
We'll get to that.
We'll
get to there. So Monday was Labor Day, and while
we were going to go to the flea market.
But we
did not.
Yeah, we were just busy, and it was just, I had a rough night.
I don't think either one of us felt like getting up at 5 in the morning to go do that.
No, and so we stayed home, and then Tuesday, what did we do Tuesday?
Tuesday, I think I worked on
paperwork
around
but we
here.
did go out for a little
Mary
bit.
sent us $2 super.
Aw, thank you, Mary.
Super sticker? Is that super sticker? Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary. Your guys' support is appreciated.
Yeah.
It really is appreciated. And I know you and I went out to do something in the afternoon, but we were going around. Maybe I had to take something to the post office or something.
Did we take the dog with us?
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't?
Because we went into BJ's for a few months. Right. Yeah.
That must be what we did Tuesday.
And then Wednesday, I was home.
I worked. I had to go out and work Wednesday.
I was home doing stuff here.
And then Thursday,
we went over to Jeremy's to meet auctioneer extraordinaire Steve Wilson. I think I got that right.
Well, Rob is the auctionear extraordinaire. We got to come up with something else for Steve.
Mr. Steve, yeah. So we got to meet Steve. He's retired now, but he did the reselling and auctioneering. He went to school and got his auctioneer license back before all this internet stuff kind of exploded.
Yeah. And I think at one time he taught at the school.
He taught the school.
That I'm going to here in a couple of weeks.
So that was fun, and it was cool because we got we chit-chatted, and then we went to the Winking Lizard for lunch, and that was very good. And then when
Jeremy bought us lunch, bought everybody lunch.
Thank you very much, Jeremy, if you're out there. Thank you for that. And then we went back to the headquarters there, and he gave me some stuff. I went up and sat with the peacocks for a while, and that was kind of nice. Rob was with me for a few minutes. And then when I came back there, y'all were making that video
making the video.
Jeremy released today. Yeah?
I didn't get a chance to watch that yet.
Oh, it's cute.
I don't know how much was it, like the whole video, the whole thing, or did they edit some of it out?
I watched probably the first 20 minutes of it, and then I went and took a little nap to freshen myself up for the show.
Well, how long was his video?
I don't remember. Maybe like half hour, maybe.
Well, that's about how long we filmed.
Right. So it was.
So he must not have edited anything out. He must have.
There was a cute moment there, with between me, you, and Rob with the wig and everything. That was kind of funny.
Oh, did you guys get to see the? Did the conky hair wig make it on the video?
Oh
then,
yeah,
I guess?
the conky wig.
Okay.
Conky wig.
I think now Rob has that wig now. Mm-hmm. Jeremy was always saying that if he had my hair, he could rule the world. I would try to get him to keep it, but he gave it to Rob.
Oh, it does look good on Rob.
But there was for a brief time, I was wearing the Harley jacket, and with my hair, I felt like I could rule the world. I felt like I
did look cool with the Harley Davidson.
The Harley Davidson
vest thing on there. Yeah, you did look pretty cool.
But I had to give that back. He would just as I couldn't leave my hair for Jeremy, he couldn't leave his vest for me. We each have our sort of superpower thing, and for him it's his vest.
Oh, and then yesterday I went and visited my stepmom and hung out with her for a little bit, and then you worked your butt off.
I put a lot of miles on my feet yesterday, and I was going to get up this morning and go to there was the Paynesville run this morning.
Mm-hmm. And
I didn't do it.
You came home yesterday.
I came home yesterday, and I was just beat.
You did a lot of miles on your knees yesterday, right?
Yeah. A lot of walking around my knees, and a lot of walking around I've got this stupid. They call it, what is it? Bursitis.
He has bursitis on his right.
On my right knee.
Right.
And I did ask the doctor about it because I was there a couple weeks ago. He says, "Yeah, wrap it. Take these anti-inflammatories for a couple months, and we'll see if we can get it down by half or something." So,
keep a journal. Oh God, Joan, I'm lucky to remember what day it is, and then remember write it down. That's kind of funny.
So when I work and I'm crawling around on my knees, I get this stupid thing to think about. So it makes it kind of uncomfortable, and it how should I put it? If I work 4 hours, it seems like I've worked 8. So anyway, long story short, I didn't go to the auction this morning. And
well, did you hear from anybody that went there from there?
I heard that the unit that the woman spent $40,000 in storage fees sold for $900.
$40,000 to store her stuff.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
Now, I do know some people who do store stuff, and the stuff isn't worth what 1 month's rent is. So you can't automatically assume that just because somebody spent $40,000 storing something that it's worth even a fraction of that. But
I think what happens is with a lot of people, they store their stuff. Their bill's probably $100 some a month, and it just becomes part of the bill.
It goes on for 40 years.
It just goes on and on, because if you're paying, $100 some a month, you probably have $1,300 in it in a year, and then the next thing you know, over 10 years, you got $13,000. It's just it piles up. It really does.
But she paid that over okay, so if it's that much, it's probably closer to 30 years. That could have been she could have paid on a 30-year mortgage for a property with a building on it or something. I mean, that's.
Now, did somebody from the AA group get the?
I don't believe so. No.
No, so we're not going to find out.
I think now Rob is obviously there because he was the auctioneer. I think Roy was there, and I think KT Treasures and Vandy's Treasures were there. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I don't know who got what and what of it we'll be seeing. Mm-hmm. But I missed it. So they do this about every 3 months. So the next one will be probably snowing.
It'll be cold.
It'll be cold.
But It was a rough summer. There's no doubt about it. It was a
Well, it
rough
was a
summer.
hot summer.
It was nasty
and
summer.
I didn't get as much done outside as I wanted to because, again, you walked out, you opened the door, it was like stepping into an oven.
Yeah, even my stepmom said to me, she goes, I haven't seen you since the end of June. I go, it's been that long? She goes, yeah. I said, well, you know what? I didn't want to go out, so I wouldn't doubt that it may have been that way.
Well, I've been doing a lot of work in the garage here in the last few weeks.
Oh, bless your heart.
And I've actually been enjoying working in my garage.
Right.
Whereas the few times I was in it over the summer, I'd walk in it. And, if I was in there in the morning, it was fine. But if I was in there in the afternoon or early evening, it was like, man, it's just like being in a damn oven. I'd open up all the doors and turn the fans on, and that'd help a little bit. But so I've gotten a lot done out there as far as cleaning it up. I put some new I guess wall cabinets up, and that was fun because I bought 3 of them, and the first one I unboxed and I put up, and it's got this. I should have taken a picture of it because it does look nice out there. It's got this, not really diamond. It's got like a bunch of little squares on the door, and the door flips up. And it's got these, kind of like your car with the like little shock absorbers. So there's little like gas-filled springs hold the door up. But on the door is these little square shapes. I assume they strengthen the door, but it's kind of a style thing. So I unboxed the first one and I put it up in what is now the middle of the 3. And there's a pole for the pole bar, and then I unboxed another one, put it up to its left, and after I put it up, I looked at it, I said, God, that looks different. It's got a smooth face on it. I'm like, well, okay, it's on that side of the pole, but I wanted to put one next to the first one to its right, which will be between the poles, so to speak. I'm like, I really hope that thing matches the one that I got it next to. And I opened up and it did. Because there could only be 2 patterns, right? I mean, it couldn't have been a third. Mm-hmm. So, luckily it matched. So it turned out looking the way I wanted it to look, even though one was different. It doesn't bother me that much.
Sounds like someone made a mistake packaging or something.
I don't know. I mean, how... There was no differentiation between the 2 when I ordered them.
You mean the item number? Someone must have...
Yeah, everything's the same. The item number's the same and everything. It's just they change things.
Someone must stop and put the wrong stuff.
Well, it's not. They just change things, and that's the way it is. Not putting the wrong anything in. It's just they made it like that. Now they make it like this.
Yeah, I have to go up and take a look. I was up there actually, and he has done a fantastic job cleaning that up. He really has.
Well, I mean, whereas before I've got the one car in there that was totaled that I just sort of pull parts off of, and I'm going to be getting rid of that soon.
And then
that was sitting in the middle.
That'll hold
and I had
a lot for you there.
I had enough room on the one side where I have the lift to pull in a car, but barely enough room to walk around it. And then I had my skid steer on the other side. And now I can put the skid steer in. I can park a car in front of the skid steer, and then I can park another car in front. So I can actually squeeze an extra, another car in now, and have a lot more room to walk around everything. Because everything's being put away. I've got just one corner of the garage where I've got to still work on it, and that's where the explosion was.
The grease explosion.
Yeah, the oil went everywhere. So I've got to go to that corner and.
Yeah, enough kilo.
Yeah, we got plenty because we bought more. Remember when we went to BJ's? That's what we did. We got a bunch of kitty litter.
Yeah, that's right. That's why you're with me because we got charcoal
and of course, charcoal and kitty litter.
Of course, those things get, you guys, who's a Costco or Sam's Club or anything, the big 40-pound bags of everything. And, of course, for me to pick that stuff up can be a bit of a challenge, so that's why you're with me. That's right. See, there you go.
Yep, that's why I had to go in with the holes in my jeans and everything.
Maybe Joan has an idea. I should kind of keep track of what we do during the week.
Well, I'm usually good thinking back a week. Now, if I try to think back a couple weeks, we're lost. So we do this show so we can keep track of our lives.
For us.
Yeah.
We've logged this for us so we can keep track of what we do. But yeah, September is going to be a very busy month. And that realization hit me yesterday. So it's like, I really got to be careful with my time, at least between now and the end of the year, with everything I got going on my schedule, so I can make sure I'm doing what I need to do and nothing gets missed. So.
I have a question. How is the new building doing? It's not. It's just, it's sitting there same way it was probably this time last year. It's not going up this year. I just have to accept it. It's too late in the season to go over the mess. I just have to know next year, well, you know, if I want to build it, I got to do this.
Well, over the winter, you can make plans, and I think you're probably going to have to get...
Yeah, I might have to actually just hire a contractor to go out and dig the... Yeah. Once I get the foundation in, I can build the building. I can go out there with some buddies and build the building. It's just, I can't do the cement work myself.
You don't have the tools for that, right? Yeah. You have some pretty cool tools.
I've got some nice tools.
Yeah, you do. I think the coolest tool you have is that skid steer.
Yep. But
you need something more than a skid steer. You need the cement.
Well, I can... once I get the foundation in, we can do the floor. And once I get the floor in, we can... Like, I've got a friend that has a shop out there that's right around the corner from where I'm building my building. And he's got, like, scissor lifts, and he's got all this cool stuff that I can actually use to help me build the building. So I'll probably borrow some of his tools and go out there and...
I think a lot of it had to do too. It was a miserable summer, just a physically miserable.
Well, that too, but I mean, it could be. I don't want. If it's a miserable summer next year, I don't want that to stop me from
over winter. You're going to have to make some serious plans and get people lined up.
Well, I mean, this year, like I said, I was messing. We had that tree fall, and I was messing with the cars.
Oh, that that did take
and messing with trying
to
get the roof done. And I'm not blaming. I'm still blaming myself, but there was a lot going on that.
Oh, that was a bit of a project
that I hope isn't going on next year.
Right.
But yeah, that just turned out to be a big fight with the insurance company. That
right.
I eventually, I guess, won because I got the roof finished. What they gave me, I gave to the roofing contractors. They were happy with it, and they said it paid for the job adequately enough, and we just go on from there.
Yeah. So basically, everything's back to square one with the house and everything. I mean. Yeah, and then unfortunately too, I think a lot of it had to do with the fact with my replacement car that turned into something more than you thought. It was
turned into a lot more work
than
you
thought you were going to do. So you were very busy with that.
I'm still, we're still in it right, so to speak. We're still, I consider having a ton of money in it, but I still only have about half what I'd have in it if we'd have just gone out and bought it, like without being wrecked. Jane says, 2 things I want to do before I die are ride in a helicopter and drive a skid steer. Well, Jane, if you can jump on a helicopter and
get yourself
come out to Ohio, I will let you drive my skid steer.
I've never even done that.
She's never done it.
No. Oh, I think the craziest thing, though, I've ever seen with that skid steer was you and Buddy Rod. You were doing something with a tree, I think, or something.
Well, we were cutting. There was a big oak tree that was right in front of one of the garage doors where the garage is now, and it had to come down. And it had to come down. I mean, the stump had to get dug out. So he wanted to go up and start topping it. So I put the bucket on the skid steer, and I roll up. So it's on a hill, so I roll up on this hill. And it's still running, but I set the brakes so it wasn't going to roll. And I had these skid steers. I've got this thing sitting here.
Oh, there, he's got something to
These things, when they go up. Come on. I had this thing up once. It does go up. There. All the way up like that. And I had a bucket up here. And there's a ladder in it. And my Tonka with a ladder in it. It had the ladder in the bucket. And it was up, extended all the way. And leaning against a tree. My buddy, Rod, has a chainsaw, and he's standing on the top of this ladder, holding this chainsaw over his head, cutting this branch. I'm looking up at him. Now, I'm sitting in here, and I can't just look straight up. I don't have this. See how this has got that?
It's a covered
You can't
roof.
really see it.
There's no holes in it.
Yeah, see how it's got the grid there? Mine doesn't have that. Mine is just a solid roof. So I'm like looking out the top of my thing like that. Meanwhile, his uncle lives
3 doors
down. And just basically looks out of the backyard and sees this idiot on the top of the ladder, it's his nephew, and comes over. And him and I there was another neighbor standing over there. They're both just standing there looking up at him like, what's going to happen here?
It could have been one of those Reels guys where the song goes, dee,
Somehow he survived that.
He did fall. Praise the Lord.
Right.
Praise the Lord.
And
yeah. I had to be. I was a little like wide-eyed too, like
yeah, that might have been you standing there next to his uncle.
Yeah, we were both looking like. I'm sitting there thinking, okay.
So.
this hold your hand up.
What?
Hold my bear.
Yeah.
Hold my bear. Yeah. That was what that was. It was kind of like one of those moments where the guy goes, hold my bear, y'all watch this now.
But he survived that.
He didn't get hurt. Oh my God. But it was a little nervous. It was. Because he could have seriously gotten very hurt.
Well, I mean, put it to you this way. These skid steers have a bunch of hoses that help you operate. You know, when you hit a pedal to do something or move an arm to do something, all that really does is that sends hydraulic fluid through a hose. And if that hose breaks and that thing's all the way up, it's coming down. And it doesn't care that, your best friend's up on the ladder, standing there with a chainsaw in his hand.
Yeah, because you've had a few moments where you were doing stuff and then one of them hoses.
Yeah, and they start leaking, and the next thing you know, you got like a few seconds to get it to where you want it.
Conky comes in the house swearing up a storm.
Yeah. Well, see, I actually have spare hoses now.
You got spare. Yeah. You learned, huh?
I'm used to it.
Oh my God.
So what wound up happening was this was like a decade ago now, but what wound up happening was I hired a tree guy to come out and finish cutting down all the trees. Now, when he cut down the oak tree, he cut it into smaller pieces, and he basically left it there. And I just sort of maneuvered around and eventually threw it in the back of my dump truck and got rid of as much wood as I could, or chopped some of it up and burned it. Mm-hmm. When he cut the cherry, he was able to leave it in. I told him to leave it in 9-foot long sections, and then my buddy Dan, who is helping me with the building, took it to a mill, an Amish mill, and actually milled it into boards. So I have a bunch of cherry boards around here. I actually have some in the room back there. I got a bunch in the garage that I don't know what to do with them. I mean, I just wanted them. So I'll have to figure out what I was originally going to try to make cabinets out of them, but I don't have all the woodworking
skills.
The tools really.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have bought a bunch of the tools off of Rob's Marblehead auction, but where would I put them? I don't want to clean out my garage just to fill it up with a bunch of other stuff. I want to clean it out and have room.
Yeah. You need room in there.
So that was our week.
Yeah, but
do you have anything else fun you want to talk about?
Fun. All right. How many of you have had an opportunity to see the viral video go out about the baseball Karen? This was funny. It was at last night's Phillies. If it was the Phillies, I forget who they were playing against. Marlins. Okay, Phillies and the Marlins. And one of the Phillies players hits a line drive home run out to left field. And of course, y'all know the rule. If the ball falls into the stands, you can go for it and keep it, okay, if you get it. So this ball goes into a bunch of crowd of people. And this guy got it, and he walked it back to his kid and gave it to his kid. Well, one of the women that was in that group where the ball was falling into...
Standing there with her hand up.
And, she had the nerve to walk over to where that dad and the boy were and got into his face about, this was my ball. You took it from me. This was my ball. This is my ball. And getting into
as if she was entitled to it.
As she was entitled. And the father, I praise him because, you know what? In this crazy world, sometimes it's just better to give it. And he just took the ball out of his son's mitt and just handed it to her.
Said, "Here, go away."
Go away.
Kind of, you see, like threw his hand up like that. Like,
get the.
Not just get out of here.
Definitely get the out of my face. Okay. Well, of course, everybody sees this. It's like the CEO Coldplay concert thing. Everybody sees this on the Jumbotron. All right. Well, the Marlins was the home team, so a girl came to the little boy and handed this big bag of Marlin merch, fun stuff, because they felt bad for this kid, Come to find out it was the kid's birthday. And the dad was giving him the ball because it was his birthday. Then after the game, he got to go backstage, so to speak, and he got to meet the Phillies. They had Phillies t-shirts on, so he got to meet the Phillies player that hit the home run. And then I just saw that, I forget who it was, but he was a CEO of a camping company or something.
Probably Camping World or something.
Something like yours, like something in that angle, like a Dick's, but I don't think it was Dick's. But he said, you know what, that woman took me off so much. I'm gonna send this family to the World Series, the national down in this fall. So they're going to get a World Series trip out of this. He already got a bag of goodies. He got the signed bat. Got the signed bat from the player who hit the ball. And it's like, okay, the woman may have won this particular battle, but she really lost the war. And what's really ironic, I think if I had been that woman, my first thing I would have done this morning is I would have called my hairdresser.
Well, you'd have never been that woman.
Oh, I would never been that woman. It is what it is. But she had a distinctive short haircut that had blonde, had gray on top, black on bottom. She had these big black rimmed glasses on. I think the first thing I would have done this morning, once I knew it had gone viral, I would have seen my hairdresser to get my hair recolored. Whatever color, but away from that because that sticks out. And I would have looked for a very thin rim of glasses. Because once they find out who she is, they will find out who she is.
She looks at herself as the victim.
But she'll probably lose her job because that's what companies do. If you work for a company and you make an ass of yourself like that, they want to get rid of you. All because of a stupid baseball.
No, she thought that was her ball the minute it was hit, and that she was the victim. That man took it away from her. And
only thing is the man tied himself. He was walking towards the group and he's watching the ball. It just landed in a bunch of group of people, and he just grabbed it and walked away. And the woman just was like, "Oh my goodness!"
Yeah,
I'm like, and I applaud the dad. I think some people might call him a beta dad versus an alpha dad, but you know what? In today's world, with as insane as people are, it was just better off to give her the ball and get her away.
I don't think it would have turned out as good for the kid if the dad hadn't done that. Maybe the dad knew something that
no, he knew he was not going to win with this woman. This woman was not going to leave him alone. And instead of getting into a more confrontational situation than it was just simpler to hand in the ball, let her get the hell out of there.
Well,
there's nothing, what are you going to do? What's he going to do? If he touched that woman in any way, he would have been done.
No, she already assaulted him. She already put her hands on him. That was on film.
Well, there's a double standard.
It's not really. I mean,
not technically.
If it's not caught on film, there's a double standard. But when you see something like that, and it's caught on film, yeah, he could have used reasonable force to.
He did the smart thing. He wasn't going to escalate it because it could have escalated. It could have gotten really nasty. I don't know who she was with. He could have came over.
She wasn't with anybody that could have done anything to him. Trust me on that. Okay. But when you're at a game, when you're at a concert, when you're at a place where there's more cameras than eyes, you know damn good and well that the camera follows the ball. The ball was in your hand. The camera's on the ball. He knew that he was on national TV the minute that ball was hitting his direction.
He knew. I think maybe we all we all kind of learned something from that CEO viral video of the Coldplay concert. There's cameras everywhere. And if you want to, you got to protect yourself. That's just all there's to it. You got to remember, when you're out in public, there's cameras everywhere. Cameras where you wouldn't think there'd be cameras. There's cameras. And when you're out in public, he was smart. He just said, I'm going to give you the ball.
He knew there was a camera there.
Yep.
He gave her the ball. And here's
Just get her out of your face so it doesn't escalate.
Well, I don't know how to put this. He may not have had any expectation of the outcome.
No.
And it created the best outcome.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you get the best possible outcomes, is when you have no expectations whatsoever.
No, he didn't expect anything. He probably didn't even know he was on the, in that particular moment, his thought was, it's my kid's birthday. I'm going to try to get this ball. He got the ball fair and square. I mean, yeah, when it goes into a pile of people like that, yeah, it can get a little carry, but he got a hold of that ball. You could see you could see him, watching the ball. And he got the ball, and he just wanted to give something to his kid to remember this particular birthday. And
he'll
definitely remember his birthday.
Kid will remember the birthday.
I mean, I'm pretty sure when he gets back to school, it'll be a right assignment when he's at school.
but I think he knew he was on camera and knew that people were watching.
That's what you have to remember in situations like that. Yeah, you're on camera.
So they're asking about the bread.
They're asking about the bread.
What should we do the state of the bread now?
Do the state of the bread. Let's get. Eddie's quite asleep there, Beth.
He's out. He had a kind of a trying day. We''ll tell you about that after the bread. He had kind of a trying day today. So, what is the state of the bread? We've got 80 people here. Could we ask for 80 guesses, or no?
Just go ahead if you want to pop a guess. Where are we at? Does Conky even have bread? And if he has bread, how much of the bread does he have?
There might be a lot of right guesses, a lot of correct guesses. Beth says half of the bread. Is that the only guess we're going to get?
Half of bread.
Half of the bread.
Mm-hmm.
2 slices left. 1 slice for Eddie, 2 slices left. Bet is a quarter gone. Any more guesses? 2 slices gone. 3/4 gone, says Jane. 4 slices left, Troy's.
4 slices left.
Yeah. 3/4 of the loaf left. Diana says full loaf. Christine, half loaf. Zena, 3/4 loaf. And Kevin says crumbs.
Crumbs. Good one, bud.
4 slices, half loaf. Maybe we should show the bread.
Alrighty.
All right, you going to show the bread? Or am I going to show the bread?
No, I'm going to show the bread.
You're going to show the bread?
No, why don't you show the bread? Go ahead, show the bread.
You want me to show the bread?
Show the bread.
Okay. Who said full loaf?
Yeah, I was going to say
or 2 slices.
Okay, which one is Conky's bread?
Yeah.
Which one is See, we had a new twist in the game. Which one is Conky's bread? Is it the 2 slices or is it the full loaf?
Oh, I think they guessed that.
Actually, this is now my bread. There's just the 2 heels. That's my bread.
It'll be green by tomorrow.
Yeah. Conky does not eat the heels of the bread. He leaves them for me. And I think they're nice slices. I think you're going to need to scramble a bunch of eggs tomorrow. Okay. That'll be breakfast.
As soon as you get home from your church, and I'll scramble up some bread.
So this will be the last Sunday before the beginning of Bible school. So I'll be home around the normal time, and then after that, from then on till the end of April, it'll be a little after 11 when I get home.
So Ed Weirdo had a interesting day today.
Well, it wasn't so much interesting. It's just that he had an entanglement situation.
See, when I was outside in the garage, working in the garage most of the day, putting up that last cabinet.
And I was outside,
cleaning up the
yard.
The bombs, so to speak.
They're not even really bombs, but I go out about 2 or 3 times a week and kind of keep our yard clean.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I hear he's outside with me. He's out there roaming the yard like he does. I hear a yipe, yipe, yipe. And I'm like, Eddie, you okay, Eddie? And I went and I tried to find him. And he was around the tree there. And what he did was he stuck his snout into the ground, but got up between some thorns. And his little ear got snagged. He was okay. Nothing major. I was like, I go, what the heck? I thought maybe he got bit by something. I don't know, because he does. He puts his, he's been at the chipmunks like nobody's business.
chasing those poor things around like.
Yeah, because all the critters now are they're gathering. We've been hearing the acorns dropping on top of the tree. In fact, I caught Eddie eating one. I said, "No, I don't want you eating acorns," and he just kind of like plops it out. Yeah. No, don't want you choking on those, thank you. And in fact, I think one day this week, earlier this week, we were both outside and he came storming out and he started chasing the chipmunks, and one of the chipmunks actually came between my legs. I'm like, I don't want to get knocked down, It's just like he's chasing.
Well, if he'd have chased the chipmunk, you would have gotten knocked down.
Oh my God! Well, that chipmunk, he got between my legs and he hit for the trees real quick, man. But yeah, he's been at the chipmunks and the squirrels and of course barking at the deer and.
Yeah, of course then that's why he's asleep down there now.
Yeah,
he goes out and gets worn out. Now he has been letting us sleep in a little bit.
Lord, yeah. What time did he get you up this morning?
About 6:15.
6:15 is okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but 4:15 is not okay.
No, and he was getting earlier and earlier there for the longest time.
And of course, since it's been cooler, I'll make the bed and then I'll come in and I'll see the blanket being pushed back a little bit. Like, he's trying to get underneath the blanket, but, by that point, he can't really get it all the way under there. So sometimes I'll have to put a blanket on him because he gets cold in the morning. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then he jumps off the bed.
There's no spoiled dogs here.
No spoiled dogs.
No dogs spoiled here. No. Usually in the morning now, because it's cooler in the morning, he comes right back in. He jumps right back into bed. He wants underneath the covers, and that's where he stays until he knows we're eating breakfast. And then
at least he hasn't caught a rabbit. He did bring part of a rabbit into the house.
Oh, you had to bring. Oh, yes. We think this poor rabbit got it from some other critter. But of course, he found the remains, so to speak, and, he got ticked at me when I made him, get that out of your mouth, because it was not pleasant.
Yeah.
And he was
Luckily, we had the glass door shut, so he could just, run in and jump on the couch or something with it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he gets pissed when you...
He was very upset because I would not let him keep it, because, no, I'm not going to let you snack on it. No, it's gross.
Not for him.
Oh, God. Every now and then, as cute as they are and as lovable and as fun as they are, they will remind you that they are dogs. And in my words, how can something so cute be so disgusting at the same time? That's a dog.
Yep.
That is a dog.
Excuse me.
Oh, my goodness.
Like I said, I've been up since 6:15 this morning when Eddie...
Thank you for letting me sleep until 8:30. I needed that.
And I've been up and I don't take naps during the day.
I have no choice.
Sometimes, if I'm sitting here doing something and I've got like a YouTube video on, and I'll put down my work, and I'll sort of glare over the YouTube video for a while. Sometimes that likes to put me to sleep, and I'll wake up in this chair like, holy crap, how long was I asleep?
No.
But
sometimes I do, but if I need to lay down for a little bit sometimes. Yeah.
So, by the time I go to bed, I'm good and ready to go to sleep. If I nap during the day at all, if I doze off, then I'm not sleeping that night. It's just toss and turn all night. It's like I lose all my ammunition for sleep. If I do that.
What?
I don't know.
So what's
so something that came in the mail this week.
Something came in the mail.
I finally got my 2 tires for the bus.
Do you have them down here to show? Or are they upstairs?
They're over there by the bus.
I'll go get them.
If you want to get them, they're in a little baggie. So I got my 2 tires for the bus. And there was I bought, if you look at one of Rob's videos for that hoarder house that it wasn't really a hoarder house. It was the house where the guy drove bus for David Copperfield.
Oh, the collector's
and had all those
house.
toys.
Yeah.
I had bought a Okay, it's not in here.
That's not it?
No, well, this is it. I had bought when we were out standing in front of the garage, if you guys watched the video and saw the huge fire engine, the 1920s fire truck, I bought that, and it's missing a hubcap. So I got the hubcap for that. I got a couple of headlights for a Tonka that I'm restoring right now, a dump truck. And these tires, let me turn this on, tires for the core bus. So, and they're an exact match. So I will be.
Now, this place you bought them from, do they make those?
They know who they have a. Either these could be old stock.
Old.
Because he does have stuff that's old stock. Now these are more than likely have been made by somebody who figured out how to make these years ago. But these things are probably made, who knows how long ago. I mean, they're not hard and brittle, but they could have been made 10 years ago.
That's Edward Copper Davidfield. He drove the buses for David Copperfield.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, I've been buying all kinds of things from those auctions. Now, he hasn't had an auction from that house in a couple weeks. But there's more stuff there. He says he's got enough for like an auction and a half. So there's a few pieces in particular that I still want that I'm going to try to get. But no, that's not where this bus came from. This bus came from Sweet Rage. I donated it to me.
The core bus. Yeah, we're going to try.
So I'm going to do a video where I clean the bus up and put the tires. Now I got to paint the inside of the tires orange to match the back ones. But I'm going to do a video where I clean that up. And if the paint stays on it as I'm cleaning it, it's not going to get restored. It's just going to get cleaned up. The headlights are supposed to work, so I'll get the headlights working. And it'll just get cleaned up and I'll leave it original.
Sounds good.
Now the fire engine, the fire truck that I bought off of Rob, that's missing a bunch of pieces. So I may figure out how to do I don't know if I can restore it or not because the pieces that are missing aren't necessarily available. I'd have to make them. And if I'm going to make a bunch of pieces, I may as well just customize it to be in what I want it to be. So I may turn it into like a delivery truck or something like that. It won't stay a fire truck. It'll be maybe turned into something else. But, I used to be, and I still am this way a little bit. If something is original, I don't like to mess with original. But if something's so far gone that
it needs a facelift.
it's that I can buy it for $50 at an auction, I'll do something. I'll just sort of follow my passion with where it takes me and not necessarily worry about retaining its originality. I'll try to be more creative with it and do something that way. So, I'm talking as if I've done this 100 times before, and I'm just
like you got tons of time too.
Well, I mean, and I am going to be doing the restorations again, and it's not so much, when I did them before, I put them on my channel. I had an expectation of what I wanted to happen because I was doing the restorations, and it kind of took away from. I don't really want to say it took away from the joy of doing them. It just having some expectation about what should have happened from there, I think kind of wasn't in my best interest. So
yeah, this was last summer.
Yeah,
this was last summer, guys. If you know what last summer was like, you know what we're talking about. If you know.
So the new restorations and the new toy things are going to be going on the other channel. It's not even monetized, so you're not going to see a bunch of commercials on it. I'm really just going to do it for the enjoyment of doing the restorations.
It's a hobby for you.
Film it to the best of my ability, and put it on there kind of as is.
Yeah.
And let you guys watch and hopefully enjoy.
Just a nice little.
Yeah, just kind of a nice little thing that I do as a hobby. Following my passion for old toys. Now I did when I put those 3 cabinets up in my garage. I really wish I'd have taken a picture of it. Maybe I'll take a picture and share it next week. But I put them all at the same level, and on the one I have a bunch of old, like old like car wax, like what was the old turtle wax?
Turtle wax.
like old vintage automotive themed cans, like for wax and
the
oils
kind you would
and stuff
see on
like
the old
that.
game shows
Yeah.
that were sponsored by
Yeah.
Turtle Wax.
Yeah. So I've got those on top of one cabinet, and then the other one I put.
Hey, Pamela.
I put 3 Tonka trucks. Oh, Pamela's here. Hey, hello, Pamela. So I put 3 Tonka trucks on the one, or on the other 2 cabinets. So that's kind of a nice thing. I'm getting to sort of decorate my garage in Tonka rather than just having them all stuffed on shelves. But that's
Yeah, it'd be nice to see you because you've been. I mean, you're busy all day doing work stuff.
well, I
Be
kind of
nice
get
Yeah.
I kind of get lost in time when I'm out there putzing around in my garage. You know what I mean?
Well, you've been tackling your garage, and that, you guys, I'm not kidding. That is a project. I'm impressed with what he has done.
Well, what I'm saying is, anytime you can do something that you enjoy so much that you just sort of lose track of time.
Gotcha.
That's good stuff right there. What's Pamela saying?
Pamela was getting ready to evacuate major fire. Please pray for the firefighters and crew. Oh, you got the...
Well, pray for you, too. Get the hell out of there.
Yeah, be careful. Yeah, those...
Grab the dog, jump in the car, and go.
They get
or the
them
cat
nasty
or whoever.
fires out there, man. I'm telling you. Be safe, Pamela. Prayers for Pamela.
Yep.
Yeah, that... Well, one thing I got going on this week, upcoming week.
TD Thomas is here.
Hey, TDK, how you doing?
I think it's Thomas.
Oh yeah, Jeremy is. Yeah, we got to finally see the bonfire pit. Yeah, he's got that.
It's very nice.
He's ready. He's ready to rock and roll.
And you'll probably, since you're staying there, you'll probably be able to have a bonfire every night. Now we're not going to be able to go over every day after school, but we'll plan something that allows us to go and sit around the bonfire.
Yeah, you guys can have your study groups around the bonfire.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be the kind of thing where you really have to.
Well, you're gonna have talk about you guys.
Well,
get together
I guess we could get together and talk about
it, and that kind of stuff. That'll be cool.
I've been going to auctions for so long. I've been consigning things for auctioneers. I've read the contracts. Just knowing so many auctioneers, I don't think it's going to be all that foreign to me. Now, I'm not saying I won't learn anything. I'm sure I'll learn a ton, but I don't think it'll. What I do learn, I don't think will be hard learned. I think it'll just sort of come naturally, and won't be like trying to learn physics or something or
physics. Forget that. Yeah. No, forget that. But yeah,
or some strange offshoot of math that I don't think it's going to be that way. For me, I think a lot of it's just going to make sense. And basically, here's what it comes down to, because in taking the test, if you're presented with a question and multiple answers, you just pick the one that's less greasy, less scummy. You know what I mean? What answer has the most integrity, and that's where you want to go, because that's.
Yeah, but you gotta watch for those double negative questions.
Well, I mean,
those always used to trip me up.
Yeah, I guess.
What don't you never do? You should, the double negative. Yeah, but I'm sure you'll be fine. It'll be very interesting. I'm planning to hopefully at least attend the day when Jeremy and Rob and all of them do and Roy do all the online thing. I would like to hear that, but I am kind of interested in the contractual side of it. The stuff that me behind the scenes would be doing, the clerk.
The clerking.
That kind of stuff.
Well, there's not. To tell you the truth, with online, there's not a lot of.
Yeah.
the clerking job that's hard is when the auctioneer's going a mile a minute, and you're trying to write down, okay, what lot number was it, who bought it, and how much did it sell for? You got to keep track of that.
Yeah.
And it's hard. See, the hardest thing for me when I'm even attending an auction is trying to keep track of what something's sold for, because they're always searching for the next bid. So if something's at $100 and they're looking for 110, the guy's shouting 110, 110, 110, 110. It's sold for 100, but the last 20 numbers you heard was 110. So you got to, you got to kind of be able to back up and that. And the other thing is, remember we used to go to Jim's auctions, Stoltz, the I-77 auctions, and I think they changed it to something else when he moved. But you would have the auctioneer there, and maybe not so much, maybe more of the Kiko auctions where you're all over the place. You got the one auctioneer, and he's watching for bids. You've got your callers out there that are looking, like there are people bidding that the auction.
Boo!
They're standing behind the auctioneer.
Boo!
So you've got your callers. When I say callers, I mean they work for the auction company and they're looking for bidders, and they see a bidder that the auctioneer may not have seen, and they go, yeah, right here, and so some of that I think in the fast-paced environment of an auction, I would think would be hard to keep track of. Because when I go to an auction, I'm confused as to what it sold for and who's bidding. Then I'm sure as an auctioneer, I'd have been even more. But I don't know. Hopefully I learn things like how to deal with stuff like that.
It'll be educational, and I'm sure we'll talk about it.
Not that I'm going to be doing any live calling like that. I don't think I will be, but I want to learn how to and prepare.
Yeah, but this is something we hope will open up some other avenues for us. Maybe possibly bringing back where we would do an auction on our show. Maybe
an announced auction where we tell you in advance. See, I could do an auction right now, and it wouldn't be afoul of the law because it's not a predetermined time and date. But when it comes right down to it, the best auctions are ones where you're prepared as a buyer. Because if I just start auctioning stuff off right now, nobody in the chat's prepared. I mean, you didn't know you were coming to an auction. You know what I mean? So what I'd like to get back to is every once in a while, maybe not every week, but every once in a while, announced well in advance, having an auction of 5 or 10. I don't know. We'll see how many lots we do, but I would like to be able to get back to doing that.
Right, and we would be back in Ohio's law graces, and we won't.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. You guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. You enjoyed it, and but this way it keeps us in the graces of Ohio law. That's it right there.
Well, I was always prepared to fight for my own right to sell my own property in any way I see fit. I still maintain that it runs afoul of constitutional law to tell a person that they can't sell their own thing auction style. To tell a person that they can't say, well, you give me $5 and then look at somebody else, well, will you give me 10? Now, if you're consigning other people's stuff, that's when it becomes more transactional, and that's when it makes sense for the law to step in with their protections, because it's so easy for somebody to rip somebody off, to take their stuff, anything from a few chattels to their life's savings, their life's collection, and just disappear with it. So there's got to be something that regulates how that goes on. Right. But I mean, anybody could just as easily take that and not say they're going to auction it off without a license and say, yeah, I'll take your stuff and I'll sell it on consignment. I'll put it in a booth. I'll sell it on eBay. Buy it now, and they can still walk away with somebody's entire collection and not run afoul of any auctioneering law anyway. But that brings me back to my second point, because even if an auctioneer did that, it's still illegal to take somebody's stuff under the it's theft by deception. If I take somebody's stuff for the purpose of selling it, and I don't sell it, that's called conversion. It's still theft. You know what I mean? You changed the lighting on Eddie. You changed it to.
I know it's not completely, okay. but knows how he's knows. Eddie, can you do manicures? We could put you to work. You can do manicures. You want to do manicures?
He does pedicures.
Pedicures. That's
pedicures.
Wow!
What do you do?
I got a pair of shorts on, and he just tried to. It hurt a little bit.
They don't want to see your butt. They don't want to see your butt. You're on camera. They don't want to see your butt.
They want to see you. Look at that cute little face. Look at that face. Oh.
Nobody wants to see Eddie. I don't want to see Eddie's butt.
Well, the highlight for me this upcoming week is I'm going to the eye doctor, guys. I'm going to the eye doctor on Friday.
There he goes.
I'm going to the eye doctor.
Are you?
Yes. Get ready, bud, because I know I'm going to need glasses. I'm going to need new glasses.
All right, go get your glasses.
And, yeah, it's at a point now, guys. I need glasses. Real bad. I can't even read the chat. That's how blurry it is.
I can sort of read it.
Yeah.
Do these help? These wouldn't help, would they?
No, those are reader glasses.
Oh, excuse me.
When it's up close.
Oh, that's...
For up close
I can't read. I can't see a thing up there.
No. You need to get...
This is what I see this of the chat now is probably what you see out of trying to look at it without glasses on.
Yeah, I can barely make it out. That's why I liked it when you put it over here for me for a while there.
I could have done that. I guess I probably should have.
I can't read the chat very well. But, so that's the highlight for this week. That's Friday, and hopefully there are a few weeks or so. I don't know, how quick did you get your glasses when you got them from Dr. Guy?
It didn't take that long.
No.
Jeannie says, loved when you sold the boxes of collectibles. You know, there is a mystery box up there still that we haven't opened.
Really? Did you find it?
There's still one more box from the Hoarder Lady.
Oh, my God. So
that'll... is still wrapped in plastic that was like stacked somewhere that I didn't know, but it's still up there.
Oh my God, that'll be when it's all said and done and everything's official and we do one, that'll be the one thing
you want to auction it off, we want to open it at auction, we can do whatever you want.
Oh my gosh, one more mystery box, people.
One more box.
One more. You found it because you knew it was in the garage.
I knew it was in the garage. In fact, when I found it when I was cleaning it, and I have these crates up there, and I wound up with this perfect space inside this crate that was exactly the size of this box. So I took the box to protect it, and I put it in the crate. Now, there are things on top of the crate now, but I'll always be, maybe in 15 minutes I could walk up there to the garage, pull this box out, and then come back with it. That's how unburied it is. So when I get my
it was pretty buried before, guys.
When I get my auctioneer's license, if you guys want, we will find some way to either auction off the box as it is or open it up on camera and auction off.
And that will be the last.
That will be the last.
Lady box.
Yeah.
Hoarder Lady box.
Now we still have stuff from the Hoarder Lady unit, but we know what it all is.
Yeah.
But this one's, like I said, still wrapped. Remember how some of them were just the boxes, and some were it was in a box alright, but then it actually put a garbage bag over it. Well, this has got the garbage bag over it. And it's longer. It's not. I don't think it's a U-Haul box because it's longer. Mm-hmm. And it does say something about being fragile on it.
Fragile.
Fragile. It's French. Could be a bowling alley in there.
No. It's fragile, honey.
Yeah.
She says very lightly underneath his excitement. I think it's fragile.
I didn't
fragile,
hear that part.
Fragile.
I was just. I'm too busy laughing about the bowling alley thing.
It could be a bowling alley.
It could be a bowling alley. Well, the deed.
There it says
Why would they put a bowling alley deed in a big crate like that? Of course, you know what we're talking about.
Oh, I think everybody knows the Christmas story. Now that we're getting towards that time of year
again. All right. Well, we've been on for an hour. We want to say goodnight to everybody.
Thank you for joining us. How many? 70. Oh, we kept most of you with us. Thank you so much. You guys have a great week. Enjoy the week. Enjoy the last vintages of summer because it won't be long, guys. If you're up here in the north side of the country, you know what's coming. Enjoy it. I know for the Southerners, you guys, it's going to get warm where you can enjoy it. And you guys just have it. And if you're an NFL fan, enjoy the first games. We will see you next week right back here, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Conkys Flippin' Adventures. Out.